Alright, let's get this started. Goal of this is we are going to rush getting a Bactrian. The city ship license that we need for that is a pain in the neck and has a lot of requirements that are fetch missions and a lot of combat related stuff. So we're going to start off with an early game setup. We grab the shuttle and we're absolutely going to get out of here, not worry about jobs, of course, and buy ourselves a map because we're lazy and maps are great. Now, we're going to head to the south here. Twin Star, I can't pronounce that system, and if anybody actually knows how to pronounce it, I don't know, post a link, I guess, in the comments or something, because a lot of these systems I could butcher the pronunciation of. But we're going to head to the Twin Star region of space, right there along the free worlds. And, well, they haven't become the free worlds yet. We'll get to that. And, we're going to do some modifications of this shuttle. I want to shout out, what is his name? I have a screenshot here in my resources folder for this project. Somewhere. Where did that folder go? Oh, City Ship Project. There it is. It's not in that folder. Oh, it's in the images. Shit. Where did I put that folder? It's in this one. Screenshot. Here we are. Now, that's not the one. Here it is. Yeah. Sleep IB. He basically said, this is 4 months ago on, I believe it was the early warp or drive or early jump drive video. And he basically said, on that one I used a, what do you call it? The barge, star barge, and went to Alien Space High up in the north and did a bunch of missions up there, and it took about 20-ish minutes to get out of debt and a little longer to, or about, not that long really, to get to the next ship that we needed, which is about 1,000,000 credits worth of value. Kind of slow, but very predictable, very repeatable. What we're going to do here is we're going to capture some ships. So, oh yeah, we also, I believe, I was not looking at it, but we're going to make some modifications to this shuttle. First off, sell that garbage because whatever, we just need a little cash to keep things going. We're going to go and downgrade our engines, which is a weird thought. We're going to go from these ion engines to the lowest tier plasma. That frees up 20 tons of outfit space. Just enough for a bunk bed. It gives us 4 more crew. And then we're going to buy up as many laser rifles as we can manage and still have some cash left to not go broke for a couple of days at least. You could probably go a week on that with your mortgage and all that. But we're not going to go far. So and then we're going to just fly around in circles around Twin Star and wait for pirate ships to get knocked out. This is RNG heavy as hell. I have gotten from from this point to 5 minutes to get out of debt to 20 minutes to get out of debt. The last time I did this, I had really bad RNG and it was almost 30 minutes before I really got out of debt. And you just got to keep an eye on the pirates and make sure you don't get blown up, which I'm sure will happen a couple of times. This is a commentary over the actual gameplay. So, you're going to see a lot of them just get blown up right out the gate. Nothing you can do about it. I like this system for hunting pirates, especially early game and even into the mid game, because you don't get the Republic cruisers or Republic ships down here. Oh, yeah, that's a big boy. We can't do that. Nothing we can do with him. But missiles are your enemy when you're trying to capture ships because the ship could be knocked out and then a couple of homing missiles that were still running around come and smack it and destroy it, which is an absolute pain. And, so just have to be patient. Keeping an eye on the big guy for some reason. I don't know why. There's another ship over there that we probably should have been keeping an eye on instead of this one. But I think I'm just trying to keep an eye on it because if I can run in there and snag some stuff and sell it, it'd be at least something. But I'm pretty sure that, yeah, that doesn't happen. Yeah, he gets away. But yeah, this can get pretty dull and not very dramatic. So some of the other things we need to go over. Actually, in theory, you could capture those with the shuttle. Oh, I think we might get blown up here soon. Pirate Falcon. Now, near the end of this video, I'm going to go over the requirements of exactly what missions need to be done and in roughly what order. It's a bit of a pain. Combat level is key early on. Like, we can't do much now. We don't have any guns. We can't fight anything. So we're just trying to get out of this damn shuttle. All we can do. But we need to get our combat rating to 3.5. If you go check the configs or your player file data, it'll actually show the decimal points or similar. But in the player information tab on screen, it just shows the whole integers. So it's like 3 and a little bit. So, and then you'll start getting the missions for, they're called mysterious deliveries, and you get them from the deep. Those are key. You need to do at bare minimum 3 of those. And that's what we're working towards right now. We're not going to get to it this episode, but we are going to get out of this damn shuttle and into a reasonable ship that we can actually use. Oh, we have a chance here. Do we get it? Or do we get robbed? I think we get robbed on this one. Oh, no. Looks good. Looks good. We got it. Sweet. So, yeah, you don't necessarily need the laser rifles. It's just going to cost you a lot more crew and less likelihood of getting any ships that have, like, actual crew on them. So, sell that garbage, make a little money, and then I'm pretty sure I always, like, pay. Yeah, so here we go. We pay a little extra, a little over. Well, we got a decent chunk of cash for that one, so we knocked that down pretty quick. I want to say we get this done in like 7 to 8 minutes, if I remember correctly, something like that, from starting the game to being out of debt. But now, the ship we go for after this doesn't really matter that much. I capture, what are those called? These guys right here. I capture one of the, the Falcon. It's an Argosy. Yeah, just the normal one, not the modified one. Here near the end of the video, and that actually is not a bad transition ship to capture and not pay for. You really don't want to pay for your kind of intermediary ship, because you still have a decent bit of value, resale value on your shuttle if you get this done quick enough. So you sell the shuttle and keep that ship instead of that. Yeah, we got ourselves one of these Furies. Furies are pretty good. Does he get his ass knocked out? Yep, see, we got robbed on that one. What I should have done was sent the command for escorts to follow me instead of him going and running and getting his ass shot off. So, poor timing, poor planning, etc., etc., etc. But, that just happens. Nothing you can really do about it, except I probably could have done a better job of calling him towards me. Not too big of a deal. I have other options. This guy here's looking pretty good. Now, you really need to stay kind of as close as you dare to where the action is, so that you can get in quick and then get out quick. Yep, got robbed on that one. This guy's probably going to get knocked out. Yeah, he's dead. Nice. Another Argosy. And we have a Falcon we need to run away from. Oh, thank God. Close call on that. Now, if you can board one of those Falcons and manage to strip some stuff out of them, or any of the larger ships you can't capture yet, totally worth doing, and don't miss the opportunity, because you can get a decent bit of cash, 30, 40,000, not a whole ship, but the cargo space on a shuttle is pretty low, so you're not going to get the engines or something off a really big ship. Those are actually very valuable. So I see these Argosies, the ones that are like have the massive engines in them and just fire missiles. Those are the most annoying things ever, because they just run away and spray missiles at you. And unless you're in like a fighter or an interceptor, you're not catching them. Or a really fast capital ship of some sort, like Falcons. You can get really fast with pretty high tier atomic engines and the like, and you can run down almost anything in one of those when they're like fully maxed out. Later on, I've already recorded all the stuff for this particular walkthrough, shall we say, and that's what I end up building up until the point where I've recorded to. I have like 5 or 6 hours perhaps recorded already, or to that point, so alright. Okay, we're past 10 minutes. I was thinking of another instance when I did this. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of ships now still chasing that one Argosy. The Hawks, if you can capture a Hawk, those are actually, some of them are pretty valuable, especially the ones with the atomic engines like that one. Oh, did we capture this one? I think we get this one. Okay, do we keep it? Now, I prefer the jump out of the system immediately because it gets you out of combat really fast. And also another reason I like All-Star, or not All-Star, Twin Star, is because it's right next to this planet system, which has a really decent space dock or space shipyard, whatever, and you can just sell it immediately. Don't have to spend time running around. And yeah, wait, we are paid up. We're good. How long was that? About 12 minutes, a little less, a little over 11 minutes. Not bad. As I said, this can be inconsistent. I mean, it's as quick as 5 minutes sometimes, or as long as 20 to 30 minutes sometimes if you just get really bad luck. So I think here I'm just kind of like, do I want to spend money? Do I want to do something? And then I, of course, come to the realization, no, don't do that, because don't buy that. I'm just impatient, I guess, wanting to get out of a damn shuttle. And yeah, I'm looking at the Argosy. I want that Argosy. I'm going to get that Argosy. So, anyways, we continue doing what we're doing and try and wait for the perfect opportunity. Because we have 10 crew, and I'm pretty sure I missed it somewhere in there. I bought a couple of extra laser rifles, so they should all have laser rifles. That's kind of key. Like, if you get that opportunity to take an Argosy or what's the other one? The Clipper. Clippers are good too. If you get a Clipper and it's one of the decent ones with the atomic engines, yeah, just go with that. Don't bother trying to get the Argosy. The Clipper is really fast. Kind of sucks that it doesn't have any turret slots, but it does have 4 gun ports. There's arguments for that in combat-wise, but cargo is pretty decent too. I think the Clipper's 70 tons, and the Argosy is 120. The modified Argosies are like 80. Some of them are pretty valuable and worth selling. I don't necessarily like using them because too many compromises on the cargo space, and they're just generally a slow ship to be really geared up for complete and total combat, which is what we're kind of wanting to do in this run through. So Hey, here we are. We're getting them. They try and bribe us. We're like, no, we're stealing your ship, dude. No, we're taking that crap. Oh wow, this is a tough fight. I didn't realize how tough of a fight. Yeah, we don't have a good chance of it, but I think this is the one we get. And this is why you have all laser rifles and as many crew as you can cram into that tiny shuttle. There, you got it. Sweet. Head back, and I think I hesitate for a second, thinking I'll just sell the ship and look for something better. And I'm like, nah. I keep the Argosy, sell the shuttle because the shuttle has still pretty good resale value. Because I'm looking at it, I'm like, only 600. That's 300,000. Yeah, we're gonna sell that shit. And yeah, upgrade time. Yeah, I get rid of those missiles. We're capturing ships. We don't want missiles. Missiles have their place, but in general, I don't use them much. Got a blaster turret, anti-missile turret, one of the small ones, and some energy blasters. Kind of looking around. I think I messed with the engines a bit. What do I do? I can't remember what I do here. I don't think I do anything. Or do I buy that? I think I buy that, yeah. This very low-end stock Argosy is just kind of painfully slow, and that's no good, especially for trying to capture ships. You need to be at least reasonably quick to not get your ass shot off, so it's all you can do. Now, if I remember correctly, we head towards the Sargass system, Trinket, the planet. And it's the one spot we can get a certain gun that I actually find thoroughly enjoyable and really decent for early game stuff, but it doesn't age well in the game. But it does have some really interesting advantages and some pain in the ass disadvantages, but it's balanced. It's a balancing act. So still kind of hemming and hawing over stuff. Making sure my pirate, yeah, see, here we go. We're heading to Trinket. Fortunately, got a mission to Trinket too, which is actually kind of nice. But yeah, this thing is not quick by any means. Pew pew, pew pew, and yeah, we're just getting out of here. We're way too slow to be able to do anything effective. Get her a little bit of money and get rid of that garbage. There we go, Gatling guns. These are fun. They don't look initially very promising, but they have an incredibly high DPS, damage per second. You can only fire them for a couple of seconds and then they have to cool down. But in that couple of seconds, you can do a lot of damage. And I'm pretty sure at some point in here, I do take out a couple of ships with it. Smaller ships like the Finch or Furies, you can seriously mess them up, especially with 4 of them, because you have 4 gun slots on this. Also, Clipper works as well. Clipper with these actually is not a bad deal early game. And we get some hand grenades. Always nice. They are kind of expensive, but totally worth it. For capturing ships, at least. Defense, not great. But what do we do? I think we take a couple of missions and wander around a bit. If I remember correctly, we're trying to head north. Probably going to grab... I can't remember. It was a while ago that I recorded this. So... just kind of do some, simple mercantile stuff and selling and buying and all that. Oh, I think I'm heading to Zug. That would make sense. Zug is the main shipyard for the Rim and the soon and future free worlds. And you see right there, just, he got away. But the Gatling gun does massive damage over a short period of time. Like, look at it just chew through his fucking hull. I just had some bad luck. Now, the one problem with the Gatling gun is it takes ammo. And at this point in the game, there's only one place you can buy it. And that is on Trinket. Also the same thing. Trinket's the only place you can buy hand grenades, too. Fun fact. And nerve gas. You can buy them on the pirate planets, but you have to bribe your way onto the planet. And, of course, you're going into a pirate system, so you're going to get attacked in the moment you jump into the system, usually. So, usually not a great option to try and reload your weapons, especially considering it's really an early game weapon. I have had fun in the past with like a large carrier group that's full of sparrows. They're really fast, and then I use each one of them has 2 of the Gatling gun. You see there? Yeah, I just wiped him out real quick. But the Sparrow with 2 Gatling guns, a whole fleet of them that are really fast, actually kind of scary dangerous when you get a bunch of them on a target. Like, might actually do a playthrough like that where maybe when I finally do like a proper video on the Free Worlds campaign, I'll do it with like a carrier group only, like only carriers with fighters. That could be a pain in the ass. An interesting way of doing it too. Okay. Upgrade the engine turning. I think I kind of goofed this up a little bit. Yeah, I sell that stuff, and apparently I sell that because I'm a dumb. Buy that, and then realize, what? Why is that a thing? Oh, because I sold my only fucking... Yeah, I sold the wrong thing. I look around to see what other options I may have. Like, that might, but it just doesn't fit. You don't have the tonnage. And, yeah. That's really about the best you can do with plasma engines. The Greyhound thrusters and the Impala turning thrusters. So, not really a whole lot more you can do with it. Atomic engines can make it move pretty quick, but those are expensive, and to be honest, spending that much cash on this ship this early in the game for what we're trying to do is seriously pointless. So we just wander off, and we are going to land here. This is the end of this particular session. It was like 20-some minutes. Now, I have pre-recorded a lot of these, and I'm going to upload them over the next, probably one every few days. I'm going to be making sure I have at least what I have recorded, edited, and slated for automatic release over the next week. Also, fun fact, thank you for hanging out to the end of this video if you did. Or skipping to the end, because, I don't know, it's sad. That's also a good thing. But we'll have a Void Pack update on the Fresh New Start. I haven't recorded much, and actually I did record some, but lost a lot of footage, so oops. But I just haven't had a chance to really deal with that on the server, the Void Pack official server anyways, so a slight aside to that. Now, quick comment and the final caveat here. Now, we're going to go over and the basic requirements needed, the bare minimum you need. And I'm going to throw this up on screen. This is a shout out to T-Boxwing, but I've seen this particular copy pasta on the Discord for this game. By the way, if you're having questions, go to the Discord. I'll have a link in the down below for that. But you need to do the first one, Deep Convoy. It's the, I don't know why that one they put the first, but whatever. It doesn't matter what order necessarily, but you can't do that one right off the bat. But the Mystery Cube jobs, combat rating of 35 or 3.5. I don't know. It's weird how it's numbered, but it's fine. You do need to meet the high at the bare minimum. Mystery Cube's Blockade, though, that's actually a pretty tough little combat mission. The Project Hawking, basically it's a fetch mission, not too difficult. You will get that after the Mystery Cube, that will unlock it. And also there's the Project Hawking has a slight mission in the beginning. We'll get to that later, but you need that particular mission line done. Remnant Research, this one's kind of a lot longer than it says, because you have to unlock the ability to buy things from the Remnant, which is a whole other series of fetch quests and things, and a little bit of combat. Actually, we're going to get some really good stuff out of doing that, so that's actually a very worthwhile thing we need to do. And then the final one is the scientist rescue. Now that ends in us having to take on a pretty heavily armed fleet of 2 Firebirds that have like insane shield generation, 2 Leviathans that hurt. We'll just leave it at that. They're pretty heavily armed, and then a Bactrian. It's the city ship that we want. We have to destroy that at bare minimum, and we have to destroy all the ships there, and that's outfitted with tracker pods, high tracker pods, and those are a pain to deal with because they have massive range and they don't do a whole lot of damage, but he fires a lot of them. So that's kind of the overview of what we need. Again, thank you, and take it easy.